and always know you are welcome back to Walpole High School in the future. At this time, we would like to introduce the senior chair, Molly Boussage, the dad Harry, Darcy Coleman, with the parents Joe and Kathy Coleman. Justin Cofield, parents Pierre and Minerva. And now for the football team. Number 1, Drew Kroll. Parents James and Robin. Number 2, Sean McInerney. Parents John and Kerry McInerney. Number 6, Reynald Lusson. Parents Reynald and Shirley Lusson. Number 10, Senior Captain Will Jarvis. Parents Brian and Julie Jarvis. Number 11, Ryan Akins. Parents Justin and Danielle Akins. Number 22, Senior Captain Drew Von Clark. Parents Bill and Kim Von Clark. Number 23, Connor Gleavis. Parents Peter and Kathy Gleavis. Number 29, Aiden Connell. Parents Dan and Claire Connell. Number 42, Ryan Pierciak. Parents Jim and Eileen Pierciak. Number 44, Chris Riley. Parents Scott and Nadia Riley. Number 45, Tom Murphy. Parents Paul and Leslie Murphy. Number 47, Calvin Blake. Parents Court and Liz Blake. Number 48, Ritvik Petula. Parents Roger and Vanny. Number 49, Pedro Campos Diaz. Accompanied by Francis. Number 51, Cesar Arcanesi. Accompanied by Jerry. Number 52, Brian Valcourt. Father Howard Valcourt. Number 53, Luke Sheehan. Accompanied by parents Chris and Maria Sheehan. Number 56, AJ Cervello. Accompanied by parents Anthony and Sherry Cervello. Number 57, Aiden Keys. Accompanied by Charlie and Ellie Keys. Number 58, Brendan Colleen. Accompanied by parents Bill and Nancy Colleen. Number 61, Ben Cunningham. Accompanied by Paul and Vicky Cunningham. Number 62, Niall Gallagher, accompanied by Neil and Tricia. Number 66, Manny Rosado, accompanied by Jessica Rosado and Johan Valerio. Number 71, Paul Bozella, accompanied by Paul and Denise Bozella. Number 76, Gio McLaughlin, accompanied by Maria Stickney.
Whoa, wait, that's my window.
Also this time, Walpole High School and the football team would also like to recognize Senior Mackenzie Fernandez for all their help with the Walpole Athletic Training Program. Thank you, Mackenzie. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2019 senior cheer and football teams and their families. We thank them again. Let's give them one more round of applause.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to today's Thanksgiving Day Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of Walpole High School varsity football, our final broadcast of the 2019 fall season. My name is Rick Brown, your voice of Walpole High Sports. I'll be calling all the action from the John Lee press box high above John Turco Field as your Walpole High Rebels take on the Wildcats of Weymouth High in a Bay State Conference Herget Division action. Joining me in the press box and offering insightful color commentary will be my knowledgeable and informative friend and cohort, Mike Hardiman. With this being the final game of the season, we would like to honor all of our seniors for their 4 years of dedication and rebel pride. The senior football players include co-captains Will Jarvis and Drew Von Clark, Drew Kroll, Sean McInerney, Ray Lusant, Ryan Akins, Elijah Wilson, Connor Glebus, Aiden Cannell, Ryan Piersack, Chris Riley, Tom Murphy, Calvin Blake, Ritvik Putala, Pedro Campos Diaz, Cesar Arcane, Luke Sheehan, AJ Savello, Aiden Keys, Brendan Colleen, Ben Cunningham, Niall Gallagher, Manny Rosado, Paul Vizella, Josh Christensen, and Giovanni McLaughlin. The senior cheerleaders include Darcy Coleman, Justine Profil, and Molly Brusades. We'd also like to send a shout out to the entire cheerleading squad for their dedication this year, including juniors Jenna Keeney and Carissa Kane, sophomores Bryn Norton, Kara King, Colleen Deasy, Brenna Faulkner, and Alexis Gay, and freshmen Nikki Martin, Ava Boudreau, Abby McDonald, Hannah Mulligan, Riley Haggerty, Emily Botello, Brooke Carey, and Abigail Cunningham. Well, Mike, the end of the season came awfully fast, and we're looking for a good game today. The rains have stopped, so we should have a water-free game, we hope.
Yeah, I was predicting it. I was trying to look on my phone, my weather app there, trying to see if it would stop raining, because obviously you don't want Thanksgiving Day to be ruined. But it stopped just in time, and we've got two teams that probably aren't happy with their records this season, 4-6 and 3-7. But this is really going to be a competitive battle. Last year, I think Weymouth surprised Walpole on Thanksgiving, so I know that's going to be on Walpole's mind. Weymouth 3-7, but they've got some interesting scores on their resume. I mean, they only lost to Plymouth North in a very tight game. Plymouth North is in a Super Bowl this year.
Right.
They played Milton and Wellesley Tough, who we really struggled against.
Yeah.
And they have other scores that are confusing, like they only beat Braintree by 1 point, for example.
Right.
So we'll see which team shows up, but I think it's going to be a good battle today.
I think you're right. Let's see. Walpole is coming off a couple of tough losses in their last two games, 28-21 to Stoughton and 14-8 to Hingham. And they would like to close out the season on the upbeat. I think Walpole's 4-6 record is also deceiving. If you take away the loss at Needham, the other five teams to beat Walpole had a combined record entering today's games of 42-8. Hingham, Stoughton, and Wellesley are all 8-2, and Milton and Natick are both 9-1. So both teams have lost to good teams. It's not like they've lost to somebody that they really shouldn't have, other than the Needham game, which Walpole lost on a field goal in the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game. It'll be an interesting game today, I think.
Yeah, and I think Walpole has really improved, to be honest with you. I mean, despite the losses, I thought they were right there with Hingham. The last drive of the game, they could have won that game. They played really well there. You don't know what their state of mind was against Stoughton. I mean, being in a non-playoff game, but I really think they've come a long way. They've got a few guys back from injury. Brian Malone on defense, Niall Gallagher on offense. I think they've improved a lot. So hopefully that continues today.
Right. All right, they're having the coin toss at midfield. Okay, it looks like Weymouth won the coin toss. Walpole will receive. Weymouth, I think, deferred to the second half. So Walpole will start off with the football. Let's see. Going back, both the junior varsity finished this year at 9-0, and the freshmen, I think, were 9-0-1. So things are looking rosy for the next few years for the Rebels.
Yeah, I know consistently the JVs and freshmen, Walpole takes that very seriously to develop their kids. And traditionally, I remember when my son was playing, they had won something like 40-plus games in a row at that time. So they take it seriously. It's all part of the development, and they're looking for that to pay off over the next few years.
Right. All right. Let's see, we're getting ready for the national anthem here. They had a nice ceremony before the game honoring all the seniors where their parents went out with them and were notified of their child being a senior.
Yeah, a lot of these kids have played since they were 8, 9 years old together.
Right. Yeah.
It's a bittersweet day.
A very nice rendition of the national anthem sung live. It sounded like, I don't quite know who it was that was singing. Let's see. The Rebels are 3-2 at home, scoring 23 points a game and allowing 2 more than that. The Orange and Blue have won 18 of the 23 games between these two teams. Drew Von Clark continues to lead the team in scoring with 10 touchdowns for 60 points. Kicking specialist Harry Butters has a trio of field goals and is 29 of 30 on extra point attempts for 38 points, including 28 straight PATs. Chris Riley has found the end zone 6 times for 36 points. Quarterback Will Jarvis has completed 134 of 224 pass attempts for 1,797 yards. Jarvis's 15 TD tosses have him in second in D3. And we are getting ready for the opening kickoff here. It looks like Justin Fleming will handle the kicking chores for Weymouth.
The usual suspects back deep for Walpole. You got Derek Petrucci, number 27, number 20, Drew Von Clark. 2 kids that have had really, really good years for the Rebels.
And the ball falls off the tee as we get ready for opening kickoff 2019 Thanksgiving Day Classic between the Wildcats of Weymouth High and your Walpole High Rebels. And we're underway. The ball is going over to the right side and out of bounds.
He's no Butters on that.
No. Actually, it was Seth Mullen who did that kicking, not Justin Fleming like I thought. Mullen is one of the co-captains for Weymouth. I think it might be their quarterback too. Oh no, he's a running back. All right. All right, Walpole will take over on their 35-yard line.
So they'll take the penalty. They won't do the re-kick. Good field position to start. We'll try to set the lineups here as we go. Looks like a lot of the usual suspects.
Yeah. Will Jarvis under quarterback. There's the handoff to Petrucci. Petrucci gets nowhere.
That's a play that Walpole's been running really well the last couple games. That little off tackle that sometimes Petrucci stretches outside, depending on how the blocking's setting up. But first carry today, no gain.
It'll be 2nd and 10 for Walpole. Rebels come up to the line. Petrucci again, the lone back. Once again, he gets the call. He's got a little bit of room. Picked up maybe a couple, maybe 3 at the most. Bring up a 3rd down situation.
I know earlier in the year Walpole was struggling to establish the run, but that's one of the areas I was saying before that they improved on quite a bit.
Right.
I mean, getting Gallagher back was a big help, but the line has been pretty effective.
3rd down and about 7 for Walpole. Jarvis will attempt his first pass, fires over on the right. It's complete for a 1st down up near midfield to Drew Von Clark. They're going to mark it on the 48-yard line. Pickup of 10.
Yeah, that's pretty much, I mean, you want to be wary of Von Clark going deep, so those little outs, I think, will be open. He's hard to cover. He's been hard to cover all year.
Right.
So 1st down. Jarvis off to a good start.
In motion is Schlittler. Going around the end, John Murphy. He's
Oh.
got some big room. Pickup of a 7 or 8. He goes over to the far sideline. They will mark it on the 44 of Weymouth.
Big finish on that run by John Murphy. That was awesome. The bench definitely noticed that. John Murphy is a guy that has come on later in the year. I don't know if it was injury related or he's just through practice has earned some playing time.
Right.
But good hard run there.
Yeah, Murphy, he's got, in the last 2 games, he's got 56 yards on 11 carries. He gets the ball again off to the left side.
That's
and
probably
he goes,
enough, yeah.
Oh, it looks like to the 40 and a first down.
It's that counter play again where they're pulling the left side of the line, right side of the line on that play. 4 yards, first down, keeps the drive going.
New set of downs for Walpole. Going left to right on your TV screen.
Petrucci checks back in.
Von Clock wide right, Ray Lusat wide left. Hand off to Petrucci. He drags forward for about 3 yards. Bring up a 2nd and about 7 for the Rebs.
Just setting up the offensive line. We have Neil Gallagher at center. The 2 guards, they've been there most of the year, all year. Manny Rosado and number 76, Giovanni McLaughlin. Luke Sheehan, he's been there all there at right tackle. Left tackle, Paul Vizella. Glebus at tight end. And we'll get the rest here when we can.
Jarvis back to pass again. Looks over the middle, complete again. This time to
Glebus, looks like.
Glebus, yeah. He gets down to about the 30-yard line. Pickup of 7.
Good mix of offense here. I mean, we've got some run mixed with pass. They're moving the ball effectively so far, no mistakes, but hopefully I didn't just jinx them there.
Right. And another set of downs for Walpole. Murphy the lone back. Jarvis checking off at the line. Murphy. Oh, Murphy gets up but slipped and fell.
Yeah.
He'll lose a yard or so on that play. Looks like they're going to go back about 2.
I mean, it stopped raining, but it did rain for the previous, 8 to 12 hours, it seemed like. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if it rained all night, but it was raining heavy last night about 8 o'clock. It was raining this morning.
Right.
So we'll see how much that plays a little factor here.
This is, I think this is the first game we've played on the new turf.
You know what? The last game
rain.
I thought it was new. It looked new to me the last game we were here, but I might be off. I might.
Yeah.
You know, do you know when it was installed?
It was installed over the summer.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Pitch left to Murphy. He gets just to the back to a little bit over the line of scrimmage down to about the 29. Pickup of 3. It'll bring up a 3rd and about 9. Actually, they're going to say he didn't get back there, so it's 3rd and 11.
Yeah, 2 down territory for sure. Walpole running clock on this first drive. Almost 6 minutes gone in the first quarter. I mean, 7 running plays, 2 pass plays, nothing out of bounds, no incomplete passes, so the clock's just rolling.
Right. First time Jarvis has been in the shotgun. He drops back to pass. He looks, fires, and it is complete to Von Clock.
It's just going to be just short, I think.
I think you're right, yeah.
I think it's going to be short by a yard.
They're going to go about only a couple of yards short, so that's to about the 20.
And they're going to call a
for
timeout
Walpole,
to talk this over.
It'll be 4th and about 2.
A little tighter coverage that time, but Jarvis had it in a perfect spot. Von Clark was between the ball and the defender, so he was able to secure it.
So the first big play of the game for both teams here. 4th and 2 for Walpole from about the 21, it looks like. 5:26 left in the first quarter.
And the page turns for high school sports as Monday all the other sports open up, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So basketball, wrestling, gymnastics, hockey.
Gymnastics. I said gymnastics, yeah. And indoor track.
Indoor track, yes. Sorry about that.
All right, the Rebels come out after picking up the play. We'll see if the new call works here. First time Walpole's had 2 running backs in the backfield.
Yeah, look at that. Connor Schlittler there at the tail.
Yeah.
And they pitch it to him.
Pitch to Schlittler. Trying to cut it. He does. He cuts upfield. He's got the first down.
Nice.
Down to about the 18-yard line.
A little bit different look there for Walpole. I don't think I've seen that this year.
Right.
I mean, I've seen, obviously, a tailback, but he looked like he was deeper than usual way back there. And we haven't really seen Schlittler run the ball too much.
Right. And they're going to mark it on the 17, so a pickup of 4 by Connor. Rebels come up to the line. 1st and 10.
And Schlittler remains at tailback with Rowley at fullback.
Jarvis looking, completes again. This
Glebus.
one, Glebus. He gets ahead. He's got the first down, it looks like.
Yeah, he's inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Well, that'll be a pickup of 9 on that play. And a 1st and goal for the Walpole Rebels here.
I mean, that's what all those runs set up. I mean, there was one defender for Weymouth coming in off the edge, but Jarvis easily was able to get around him and get the pass off.
Hand off to Schlittler.
There he goes.
He's
in.
In for the touchdown.
Oh.
So
you always
Connor
wonder,
Schlittler
you always wonder on Thanksgiving, especially after they've had more time to practice, who's going to be kind of, what's the new wrinkle, right? So the new wrinkle today on that first drive is Schlittler with a couple carries. First on the important 4th and 1, and then here on the touchdown run. Little counter play. Really nice run. Good for him, junior. He's obviously setting himself up for next year.
Right. Harry Butters in to attempt the extra point. There's the snap. The ball is down. The kick is up, and it is right through.
Ho hum, ho hum. He never misses. One miss this year, right?
One miss, yeah. And that's 29 straight, I think I said here.
What a beautiful start to this game. What a nice drive.
Right.
9 runs, 4 passes. It took 8 minutes off the clock. Kept the ball out of Weymouth's hands. I mean, to me, that's when I said earlier that Walpole's improved quite a bit. I mean, it's been that offense. The offense has been really strong.
Right. And as if to show divine intervention, as soon as Walpole scores, the sun comes out.
There you go.
There you go. I'm loving it. When we have a little break in the action here, we'd like to thank our Walpole High students for their filming expertise and giving up their Thanksgiving morning today. Suzanne Hiltz, Brian Carroll, and Mary O'Farrell. Thank you guys for your help all year long, too, especially at the home games here. All right, Butters getting ready to kick off for Walpole. He gets it off. Let's take it, bobbled on the 15. And he will get up to about the 27.
I was sad to see the way Weymouth was set up because I've been loving those chip shot kicks by Butters, but they actually had two guys in that area, one kind of closer to the front line, one a little bit back. So they've obviously done their scouting.
And the Wildcats will take over on their 27. Dan Picard is the quarterback for Weymouth. And we have motion, I think. Yeah. Drop, bring the ball back 5 yards.
Jarvis still at safety. They started playing him at the end of the year at deep safety. You've got Lusant and Malone at the corners. Looks like a four-man front with Cole Tajian. He's been there all year on the left side. A.J. Savello at D tackle with Neil Gallagher. And trying to get the Giancarlo Gonzer, D tackle, who's really had a couple strong games. We'll get the linebackers here in a minute.
1st and 15 for Weymouth.
Nice. Speaking of the linebackers, they made the play there. Ryan Akins and Chris Riley were able to fill that hole. And they're playing alongside Luke Sheehan, who's at left outside linebacker, but no gain there.
Oh, loss on the play, loss of about back to the 22. No, back to the 17. No, I think another 22. Pickup, nothing.
There's Gallagher screen. Oh,
Throw
okay.
Incomplete.
I think he saw Gallagher coming down on him.
Yeah.
And got it off a little bit earlier than he wanted to, and a little bit off target.
Right. Yeah, that was Seth Mullen, the intended receiver. It'll bring up a 3rd and about 14, maybe 15.
Early sub there, T.J. Farrell, the sophomore, number 80, at right end. We've been seeing him the last few games.
Yeah. Third and long. Back to pass. He's being chased. Throws it away.
Jarvis.
Picked off at midfield at the 40-yard line by Jarvis. He's to the 30, 25, 20, and knocked out of bounds at about the 16-yard line.
Yeah, there was a lot of pressure up front. They ran like this crazy stunt. I was watching Niall Gallagher kind of come all the way from left end up the middle, and I never thought he would get close to getting there, but he did. And again, I think the Picard, the Weymouth quarterback, saw him coming and just heaved one up there.
Because that was, you could tell that he had nobody in mind there. He just wanted to get rid of it.
There was so much action pre-snap. They were crisscrossing, but Gallagher, like I said, I kind of was watching him because you don't usually see a D lineman coming all the way from one end halfway down the line before coming up. And he, like I said, he was able to come free, and I'm sure the quarterback had nightmares flashing in front of his eyes.
Niall's a big boy. All right, Jarvis hands off to Murphy. Murphy around the left side. He's got running room. He's down inside the 10 to about the, it looks like the 9-yard line. They're going to mark it.
Yeah, that's been the play the last 4 or 5 games. That little, it looks like an off tackle, but the Walpole backs consistently, I think they're reading their blocks and they either cut up or they cut out. It seems like they've had more success, like especially Petrucci. He plants his foot and he goes outside. Murphy just did the same thing.
Second down and a short 3, long 2.
Chris Riley.
To Riley. He goes
Touchdown.
in standing up.
There you go.
Chris Riley from 9 yards out. 2 9-yard touchdown runs for Walpole.
Giving the blocker a little taste there, and it was wide open. I don't know if Weymouth was expecting the fullback to get the handoff, but it was wide open. So really strong opening first quarter here for the Rebels.
Very good. Butters looking to extend his kicking streak. The ball is down. The kick is up. It is good. And Walpole jumps out to a quick 14-0 lead here at the 8:49 mark. That just took 51 seconds to score those 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and they were running plays.
Right.
So set up by the driver's interception. I mean,
Yeah.
running plays where the clock is running. So,
Right.
yeah, again, that running game has improved a lot. I mean, they've already run the ball 11 times versus
Right.
4 passes.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, at the beginning of the year, Walpole Jarvis was passing quite a bit, a lot more than they were running the ball. And I think the offensive line got more experience. They got more confidence in themselves. And they've just been, opening huge holes.
Yeah, the
for
coaches
running
got
backs.
dialed in on what they do best too. I mean, like I said, they run that for lack of a better word, that zone off tackle or that off tackle that can go inside or outside, and they run it to perfection. They run it really well.
All right, Butter's getting ready to kick off. Here's his approach. He gets it down to the 9, where it is taken and brought back by Mullen to about the 22, 23, 24. On the 24 of Weymouth. And that's where the Wildcats will start off. 1st and 10, 2:05 left in the first quarter. Your Walpole Rebels on top, 14-0. Hand off to here, the last guy up. 21, Mike Munoz with the carry.
Nothing there
Loss of a
inside.
yard,
Cervello, Gonzer, Akins, Riley. Just nothing there.
Right. Actually lost about a half a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.5. In motion is Cassidy.
23.
23 is Seth Mullen. He gets it up to the 25.
Yeah,
pickup of 2.
Gonzer had the initial penetration there. He was able to at least get a hand in and start to trip up the running back, but then the linebackers, Akins and Riley, were waiting to finish the job. So another short gain.
It'll bring 3rd and 9 for Weymouth. Splitting out to the left here is Mike in Trevea.
Lots of movement again pre-snap.
Picard rolling to his left. He's got running room. He's got a 1st down. Still going. He gets it up to about the 40-yard line of Weymouth.
So on the previous series, lots of movement pre-snap actually worked out for Walpole. I think they were kind of still trying to get set into their whatever lineup, whatever formation they were going to be in, and I think it cost them on that one on the scramble. So
yeah. New set of downs. I think it's the first. It is the first down for Weymouth. 23 seconds left and counting in the first quarter. Picard back to pass. Looks, fires over the middle. Complete. Nice grab.
yeah,
1st down. Bobbled it when he caught it, but was able to hold on. He comes up limping.
yeah, he looks like he has a strong arm, doesn't he? I mean,
Yeah.
that was a laser.
That's Mullen again. No, Intravea, one of their captains. He comes off limping. They certainly don't want to lose him for the game. New set of downs on the Walpole 48.
It's the end of
and
the
that
quarter.
is the end of the quarter. So we've played 12 minutes of the 2019 Thanksgiving Day game. You score Walpole 14-0 over the Wildcats of Weymouth. Connor Schlittler scored the first touchdown on a 9-yard run. Harry Butters towed the extra point, and it was 7-0 at the 7:58 mark. Then, 51 seconds later, Chris Riley pulled it in from 9 yards out. Butters' extra point made it 14-0. The second touchdown was set up by an interception by Will Jarvis that he picked off at the 40 and returned to the 16 to set up that short drive for the second touchdown. And that's the way we stand after the first quarter. Walpole on top, 14-0.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better start. Just coming out of the gates flying, held that ball for 8 minutes on that first drive. Nice mix of run and pass. Defensively, 3 and out on the first drive. Can't complain. This is probably everything they wanted.
We'd like to remind you that Walpole Media Corporation will once again be covering all your Walpole High winter sports, boys and girls basketball, boys and girls hockey, hopefully indoor track, boys and girls, gymnastics, wrestling. We're going to have a full lineup of sporting events from the high school this winter. Handoff to number 24, James Cassidy. He gets down to the Walpole 45, it looks like they're going to mark it. Pickup of about 3.
Just a small sampling of plays. It seems like Weymouth runs a lot of misdirection on their running game. So, what that means for Walpole's defense is they have to stay disciplined.
Right.
And not be chasing.
Mike Intrevea back in. He's in motion here for Walpole, for Weymouth. Handoff goes to Mullen. Mullen gets down to about the 43.
Yeah, and Cole Tajan coming off the right end with the tackle. I've definitely noticed Cole the last couple games. He's made some plays. Made another one there.
Third down and about 6.
I was going to say, after seeing that throw by the Weymouth quarterback, Picard, you definitely want to keep pressure on him. It looks like he has a strong arm.
He did, yeah. That was a laser shot. All right, Picard back, fires again in the dirt. He was looking for Cassidy, and it'll bring up a 4th and about 6.
Yeah, he might have a strong arm, but he was off there. He's kind of throwing it as he was backing up, didn't set his feet. I know that's one thing that the Walpole quarterbacks over the last number of years have gotten great tutelage from Todd Collins.
Right. Former NFL quarterback.
Yeah, fundamentals.
All right, and they're going for it here on a 4th and about 6.
Not surprising.
No. Picard back. He's being chased. Steps up the pocket, fires over the middle. Complete.
Oh, nice catch.
To the 31-yard line. To
number 24.
24, James Cassidy.
That was a good play. Picard stepped up in the pocket when he felt pressure and was able to get it to Cassidy, who actually made a really nice rolling catch.
Right.
The ball was a little low. That's a big play for the Wildcats to keep this drive going.
And another first down for Weymouth. Picard back to pass again. Looks, we got a flag down. Look at the line of scrimmage. It could be a holding. Oh, the reception was made by Intrevea on the far side, but it
I
might
see
come
some
back.
Walpole defenders clapping.
Oh, chop block.
Oh, okay.
Against Weymouth. That'll negate the big pickup, the first down pickup.
It might have been one of those situations where one guy is holding up a Walpole defender and a second guy comes in for that cut block, which is illegal.
It will bring the ball back.
I think that's a big one, right?
Yeah, 15 to the 47 of Walpole. And it'll be a first down and 25.
We'll see what Walpole dials up for pressure here. A little blitz. Nope, just a hint. Number 1.
Wow, he gets there. It's Sabian Lacrete. He gets it to the 43, it looks like.
Brian Malone coming off his block up there, able to get the trip. Glebus almost had him in the backfield, but was just missed.
Yeah. Pick up a 4 on the play, second and about 21. Picard back to pass, looks.
Oh, there you go.
No, he tried to run it, and he was dropped back at the 45.
Number 80, the sophomore, T.J. Farrell. So unlike the last time Picard stepped up, was able to get the throw off. This time Farrell was sitting there waiting for him. So good pressure. I didn't see who forced Picard to step up, but more importantly, we were able to finish off. Like Gallagher?
I think it was Nile, yeah.
Yeah, he's been so far early. He's been a force.
Yeah, this is Nile's first Thanksgiving Day game. He's been injured every other year.
Good
so
for him. I mean,
he really wants to go out with a bang here. Picard being chased. Gets it off.
Oh, what a tackle.
Well short of the first down. It was complete to number 23, Seth Mullen. He gets it to the 39. Pickup of only 2 on the play.
What a form tackle by Jarvis on that one coming up. That's hard in the open field, but
right.
He wrapped up and really didn't allow any extra yardage on that play. So, normally you would say on 4th down is on the other side, down 14, nothing to lose. You'd go for it, but there's a lot of yards to go here, 4th and 18.
Yeah.
So now you just want to play field position, pin Walpole back, see if you can hold them.
Mullen doing the punting for Weymouth. He gets off a high one. Fair catch call by Von Klock back at the 5. And that's where the Rebels will start, on their own 5-yard line.
I mean, that's exactly what Weymouth wanted to do, is try to get some field position. Of course, you have to come through and make the defensive stop. We'll see how that turns out for them.
$7:29 left in the half. The Rebels on top, 14-zip from Turco Field. Walpole comes up to the line. Quick hitter up the middle, pickup of about 4.
I think that's Chris Riley on that one.
Yeah. To about the pickup of 3 on the play. Second down and about 7 for Walpole. Jarvis back. He's airing it out.
Oh.
Incomplete pass interference. There's all kinds of flags coming down there.
I think we caught a break.
Von Klock went up for it, and he had 2 people all over him.
Yeah, what was tough for the Weymouth, and again, we're the Walpole broadcast, right? So, but what was tough for the Weymouth defenders there was the ball was a little short, and Drew Von Klock had to come back, which caused a little bit of contact there. I'm sure the Weymouth coaches aren't going to be happy about that, though.
Right. It'll be a first down. Let's see. They mark it off from the line of scrimmage, so pass. It'll go to the 23-yard line. I guess the 24 is what. Yeah, it is the 24. So 1st and 10. New set of downs for the Rebels. 6:36 left in the first half. Pair of 9-yard touchdown runs for the Rebels. Connor Schlittler had the first. Chris Riley had the second. And a couple of extra points by Harry Butters, and that's where we stand right now, 14-zip. In motion is Petrucci. Jarvis back to pass. He's going to run with it. He's got some room here.
Yeah.
Gets around the corner. He does. He gets up to about the 34.
Almost the first down. Is he just
he's
short?
Be close.
Yeah. Yeah, second down, 9 yards.
Pick up 9, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of pressure there by Weymouth, but Jarvis, he's really effective at that. He can see that pretty quickly. He was able to step up, make a cutout to the left, and he got 9 yards, giving him a 2nd and 1.
Yeah.
Good opportunity here for Walpole to run some clock.
Right, they've done that so far.
Yeah. And aided by that penalty, they've been able to turn the field position a little bit.
Okay, Will under center. In motion is Schlittler. Hand off to Petrucci.
I think that's Riley.
Riley?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, okay. He gets up to the
I don't think he got the first down, though.
34. Yep, they're going to give him the first down.
Great balance in the Walpole running game. Petrucci, Murphy, Schlittler, Riley.
Right.
Jarvis with the scramble. Here comes Murphy now. Just being able to bring guys off the bench and be effective.
Right. Walpole coming up. In motion is Schlittler. They give it to him. He's going around the right side. Cuts up. Close to the 40-yard line.
Little jet sweep there. Ooh, the handoff almost looked a little late. A little nerve-wracking, but they got it, and Connor did a nice job getting to the edge and turning up and gaining some positive yards, 6 yards, as a matter of fact.
To the 41 of Walpole, 4:16 and counting in the half. Here's the handoff to Murphy. Spins around, might have gotten a yard or two. He's up to about the 43. Pickup of 2. Third down, 2 yards to go at the Walpole 43. Walpole has been killing off the clock. It's amazing.
Well, I mean, the 9, 12, 15 runs, 16 including Jarvis' scramble.
You're right.
Versus 4 passes. Well, 5. The one was a pass interference. But
yeah. Jarvis back to pass. He's being chased. Has to dump it off.
Nope.
Incomplete. He was looking for Gleavis.
Yeah, unlike the last time when that play action, Jarvis was able to roll around that end. The Weymouth player, number 56, Matteo Spadea, did a nice job putting pressure on, forcing Jarvis to throw probably a little bit earlier than he wanted, and it was in the dirt.
Brings up a 4th down. And they are going to punt. Drew Crawl into punt for Walpole. Drew's been handling the punting chores the last 3 games. He's a senior baseball player.
Former Walpole Media first teamer.
He will be back in for the winter season covering for us. Walpole calls a timeout with 3:09 left in the half. And on the Rebels on top, 14-0. Yeah, we are able to gain 2 more student athlete photographers, camera people for the winter season, as Gigi Anello, the goalie on the field hockey team, and Drew Crawl, the punter on the football team, will be joining us. We'll lose them again in the spring, but they will join Suzanne and Brian and Ryan as a sturdy core of cinematographers who will be doing outstanding work for your Walpole Media Corporation high school sports. All right, back deep for Weymouth is Seth Mullen. Crawl getting ready to punt. Nice snap. Good kick, nice and high. Takes a Weymouth bounce, and it's down on the 38 of Weymouth. And that's where the Wildcats will take over with exactly 3 minutes to go in the half. 62 yards away from pay dirt. Walpole on top, 14-0.
You know, I just 11 games in, I'm a little behind, but just noticing Cole Tajian is a long snapper. He's, you know, when you don't notice the long snapper.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Because you at beginning of the season, I think it was Niall Gallagher. Here's a handoff to Mullen. Oh! Boy, did he get nailed.
Oh, that was. I mean, there was a bunch of guys there, but Cervello was. Cervello laid the wood there.
Right. Yeah, that was James Cassidy, not Mullen. Pickup of a yard on the play. Second down and about 9 for Weymouth. Picard gets it. He's looking to pass. He's being chased. He's hauled down, knocked out of bounds by O'Farrell.
Yeah, I think they would call that a coverage sack, but great pressure off the right end by Cole Tajian, which forced Picard to scramble, and then T.J. Farrell down here on the left side was able to push him out of bounds for the big loss.
Yeah, way back to the 34.
But there was nothing there for Picard. I wasn't watching downfield, but obviously he couldn't find anything he liked, and that let the rush get to him.
Right. Third down and about 13. Long 13, short 14. Picard right away over in the flat.
Oh, again, Will Jarvis again with a nice tackle. Jeez.
Up to the 42. That was Mullen with the reception.
Timeout, Weymouth? Oh, all right, timeout. He was going the wrong way. Timeout, Walpole. So Walpole's obviously going to try to get the ball back, not let the clock run a little bit here, save 2 timeouts. But Will Jarvis again, open field tackle. I mean, just beautiful, fundamental.
Right. Fourth down and about 5 to go for the first down. We have 2 minutes, 7 seconds left in the first half here. Mullen looks like he's going back to punt, but he's the running back too, so you have to be aware of a fake here.
Yeah, Walpole had their defense out there. It looks like they now the punt team's coming in. Last minute scramble. Drew Von clock is deep.
There's a snap. Mullen does get it off. It's a high one. Fair catch called by Von Clock, and he pulls it in at the 27. And that's where Walpole will take over on their own 27-yard line, 1st and 10, with exactly 2 minutes to go in the first half.
I feel like you don't see a lot of punt returns in high school football, or at least the games we've been watching here at Walpole.
Right.
Wonder why that is.
I was thinking that I haven't seen too many fair catches called. Usually the ball, they just let it bounce and it gets downed or it goes out of bounds.
Yeah.
But if they don't run it, but this is twice already that Von Clock's called a fair catch. So
I think one of the reasons is they're not punting at 45 yards like the pros. They're probably punting at like 30 yards, and just the defense can get there that much quicker. There's Riley up the middle.
Handoff to Riley. He's over the 30 to about the 31.
Walpole in the hurry up here.
Pickup of 4 on the play. Jarvis looking onto his left. Incomplete.
Ada Virage looking for that little out there. Jarvis was a little bit off.
Yeah. Third down for Walpole. Just over a minute and a half to play. In the half. Well, the stands are filling up a little bit more now since the game began. And a lot of people in the end zone, too, leaning against that fence, helping hold up that fence down there.
That's a popular spot to watch the game.
It is.
For some of the
alums, usually.
Alums, yep.
Yeah. And a timeout being called here. Still quite cloudy here, but they are moving heavy, thick clouds out. But it's not raining, and it's not snowing, and we're not freezing like some of the games this year. Weymouth in particular. Not Weymouth, Hingham in particular. We froze in that game. That was a tough one.
It was.
So Jarvis to this point passing is 4 for 6 for 34 yards. But like we said, 4, 8, 11, 14, 16, 17 running plays for Walpole. Jarvis back to pass again. He's going to run with it. He's got lots of room here. And he is down at about the 22 for Weymouth here. So Jarvis gets up to the 44. Pickup of 13 on that play. Jarvis passes complete to Glebus, I think.
I think Walpole still has 2 timeouts left.
Jarvis back to pass again. Looks
nice.
Complete. Devon Clark
makes the guy. Just tackled.
He gets
They're gonna
down
have
to
to
about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, 46-yard gain. Really nicely placed ball right over the Weymouth defender's head. Von Clark, sure-handed as usual, and even better the run after the catch. 46-yard completion. Riley up the middle.
Handoff to Murphy, I think. Was it
Riley?
Riley.
Yep.
He gets down to the 1. Second down and goal from the 1. 28 seconds and counting in the half. That'll be procedure against Walpole. That'll move it back 5 to the 6-yard line. Somebody got a little jumpy on the far side there.
Makes it a little more difficult here. Obviously, I mean that's an obvious statement. Back to the 6 versus the 1, but like I'm kind of thinking about the time that's left, the number of timeouts that are left. I want to say they have 2 left. What are they running the clock now? They're gonna have to call a timeout.
Yeah.
They're gonna have. This is what I mean. Like this is. Do they not have any timeouts left?
They may not.
I think
7 seconds, 6. They're going to have to.
It's just the one play. Obviously, they don't obviously have any timeouts. So
Jarvis looking. The buzzer sounded. He's running, looking, firing, and it is intercepted by Weymouth to stop that drive.
That penalty
runs out in the half.
That penalty was an absolute killer, and the Weymouth kid on the Von Clark catch and run. What a good credit to him because he saved the touchdown and ended up saving a touchdown.
Right.
On the subsequent plays. So That's it. That's the end of
All
the
right,
half.
so we've played 24 minutes, half the game here from Turco Field. Your Rebels on top, 14-0. Connor Schlittler scored 7:58 into the game on a 9-yard run. Harry Butters' extra point made it 7-0 Walpole. Just 51 seconds later, Chris Riley also scored from 9 yards out. Harry Butters once again kicked the extra point, making it 14-0, and that's the way we stand at halftime. The teams are taking a little break. We're going to do the same. We'll be back shortly with second half action.
These squeeze my head.
Can you make them any looser?
I don't know. Well, it makes it very noise canceling, so it's nice.
the Super Bowl next week.
Yeah.
Why can't you play the Super Bowl the week before? Start the season 1 week earlier,
Right.
and let everyone play on Thanksgiving, regardless of what happens in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they had that mention, they were saying,
It's getting cold.
you know, 1 year was Duxbury was undefeated going in and they didn't play any of
Right.
their regulars and they lost 35-0 or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
That's idiot. And then they won huge in the Super Bowl, 43-0 or something.
Right.
No, that isn't right. Oh, you don't want to listen to us talk, huh? So you put the noise canceling, you put the noise canceling on because you don't want to listen to us talk?
I just don't understand it, honestly.
How's the college looking?
It's been pretty. Well, there was like a good 3 weeks where we would go on like tours every weekend, and then it just sort of stopped.
Yeah. What do you like the best so far?
I like Merrimack a lot, but apparently my mom really likes Springfield College.
What do you want to do?
I don't know.
No, that's all right
Sometimes
too.
I think communications, but then I'm like, I don't know,
Yeah.
because it's
Springfield gives a lot of money.
yeah, that was what my mom was saying. After I looked at Roger Williams, my brother goes there. He goes, "You're not coming to school." Because if I ever saw you on campus, I think I'd run the other way. Or at a party. I was like, yeah, you won't see me there.
Thanks, my big brother.
Yeah.
Thanks for being there for me.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much. For wanting to look out for me in college. Thank you for sending me away.
That's true. Yeah.
Merrimack's really nice too, though.
Yeah. Their open house was like a whole event. It was,
Really?
Yeah, they had the best donuts.
That's one thing for the
Bringing
you
all
know that too.
bringing all my kids through those college tours, they would focus on one dumb thing that
Right.
made them love the school.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, this tour guide sounds like an idiot. So
Right.
like they're done. They don't care about the school. Or like the
Yeah.
best donuts. Or like
Yeah,
Well,
the tour,
now,
the
when we
tour
were-
guides really affect like
They
how
do.
you see
They
this.
really do.
Because when I went to Endicott, my tour guide seemed so miserable to be there. He was like, "We do 4 internships. You start work right away. These couches over here are really nice. I like to study on these couches." I'm like, he's like, "These chairs swivel because we get distracted in class." I'm like,
Oh yeah. When
"You can
Cody.
show me the facility."
When my son Cody was looking, we went to UNH one day, UVM the next day. UNH kid could care less
Right.
what he was doing, you know. And we, you know, like you said, we knew nothing about the school. All he did was complain about this, complain about that. UVM, the kid was awesome.
That was like my Merrimack tour guide. They were really like, they were showing us everything and they were super excited about it. So it just got everybody on the tour really excited.
You talked to the truck?
Yeah. To see if you're on.
Yeah, see.
Is Rick on?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Turco Field on the Walpole High campus, where we are getting ready for second half action of our Thanksgiving Day game between the Rebels of Walpole High and the Wildcats of Weymouth. Walpole on top, 14-0, and they will be kicking off to start the second half. Harry Butters doing the kicking for Walpole. And back deep for Weymouth. Looks like
number 1, Sabian Lecrete.
shot kick bobbled again there
Number 2.
by Harris. Picks it up on the 15, tries to get around the corner. He does. He's got good speed, and he gets up to the 25, and that's where Weymouth will take over. 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line.
Number 47, Calvin Blake, senior, getting in his plays here on the his last game. He actually got the tackle on the last kickoff, but I thought it looked like 87, and I didn't see an 87 on the roster. So, Calvin, I'll give you your credit there for 2 tackles on the kickoff.
There you go.
Was there a flag?
Looks like there was a
Obviously.
flag on the play. Yeah, that's going to bring the ball way back to the 8-yard line. And, wow, big loss for Weymouth there. They lose 17 yards on that play. All right, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats in the shadow of their own goalposts here at the 8. Hand off to Munoz, I think.
That's Mullen, the
Oh,
captain.
it is Mullen, yeah. He gets it back up to the 20-yard line for first down.
run,
Yep.
12 yards. Connor Glebus with the tackle. Hanging on, trying to rip out that football.
Moving it back to the 19, 1st and 10 for Weymouth. Going around the corner, it's Harris. Good running room. He's got lots of room there. He gets up over the 30-yard line to about the 31. That'll be another first down for Weymouth.
Yeah, Harris showing a little speed there. Broke a few tackles, too. Another first down run. A lot of misdirection in Weymouth's running game, like I said. Just got to stay disciplined. I think Walpole had some guys there, but he broke a few tackles and was able to get the first down.
Weymouth comes up to the line. Picard under center. Gets it, hands it off, quick, and stopped immediately, and there'll be, looks like a personal foul here on this.
I kind of wonder, is it holding or is it personal foul? I
I don't
mean,
know. They kind of slammed him down pretty hard on the ground. That was
yeah.
Mullen. It is against Walpole.
Cervello had him wrapped up. Gallagher was battling through his guy and never stopped. I mean, honestly, I think he was playing to the whistle, but
Right.
I didn't see the final throw down there.
And it will go from the 30. This will be a big one.
I think Gallagher was thinking, hey, I'm playing to the whistle till he's
Right.
down. But a little too much for the ref's liking.
Goes to the 46, a big 15-yarder on that, personal foul. And it'll be a 1st and 10 for Weymouth from their own 46. 10:25 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Picard back to pass, fires long, deep. He's got a man down to the 25-yard line, 24. It is
Number 3.
number 3, Tyler Campbell on the catch.
Wow, what a throw. I mean,
Yeah.
really strong arm by that kid, by Picard. He hasn't had much time to set up and throw, but the couple times he has, really impressive arm strength. Weymouth coming out, all aided by two first down runs, a penalty,
Right.
and now the pass is putting a good drive on here.
Yeah. It's been their best drive of the game so far. Picard on the shotgun. Hands it off to Mullen. Mullen will get maybe a yard to the 25.
Gallagher hanging on that time.
They will mark it on the 25, so no gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Walpole going forward, defensive backs on the passing down here. Taking out a linebacker. Looks like Akins comes off and Petrucci comes on, so 2 safeties.
Wildcats come up, split wide right as Tyler Campbell. We've got a couple split on the left. A run. It is
24.
24. Cassidy with the run. He picks up a yard.
Nice job by Luke Sheehan coming up and making the initial hit. Chris Riley was able to help him finish.
Third down and a long 8, shot 9. And Trevea split left, and Mullen on the right. They go to Intravea. He will only get down. Nice play. Nice tackle out there.
Yeah, Chris Riley.
Riley, yeah.
He got his drop. He kept the play in front of him and held on for the tackle. Creates a big 4th down here, 4th and 7. I mean, Weymouth's looking to he's looking to take advantage of this drive here and get back into the ball game.
4th down and about 7 for the Wildcats. Picard back to pass. He's being chased. Gets out of the hole.
Jeez.
Looking, firing
Got
in
him.
the end zone. Oh! Deflected away at the last minute by Jarvis.
Yeah, so, wow, I thought he was sacked. They brought the blitz.
Right.
Good job by Picard breaking a few tackles. And then when I looked downfield, I said, oh, he's got him. And Will Jarvis comes out of nowhere.
And just deflected it enough.
6'2". He needed all 6'2" of him to get up there and get his fingertip on it and break up the touchdown pass.
So Walpole will take over on their own 22-yard line.
Jarvis, to me, has been
23.
Probably one of the best players on defense today. 2 strong open field tackles, the interception, and that breakup right there. So, and that's been going both ways today.
Hand off to Murphy.
That's Petrucci, yep.
That's Petrucci. He gets up to about the 24. Pickup of a yard.
So far, a little bit of a lighter load for Derek Petrucci. I mean, they've been kind of spreading the wealth with Murphy and Riley and Schlittler. We'll see if Derek kind of takes over here in the second half.
Not much of a gain on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 10. Jarvis looking, complete to Glebus. Glebus gets to about the 31. Pickup of about 7 on the play. Third down, a short 3, long 2. From about the 30-yard line. Von Clark split right, Lusat on the left. Jarvis is going to run it. He's got a first down. A lot of room here. Gets to the 42, it looks like 41 they're going to mark him. Pickup of 11 on the play.
Yeah, that was a designed run. The last 2 runs Jarvis had in the first half were scrambles, but that was designed from the get-go. And first down for the Rebels at the 41-yard line.
That's I've got 30 yards for Jarvis on 3 carries. 33 yards. New set of downs for the Rebels. Jarvis looking, firing, complete. Battling close to the first down. That was Glebus.
Yep.
Again, back-to-back passes to Glebus.
They've run that same route multiple times today.
To midfield.
And Glebus does a good job of getting that extra 2 or 3 yards after the catch.
2nd down, a yard to go right on the midfield stripe. 4 minutes, 49 seconds and counting in the third quarter.
Kept it on the sneak. Yep.
And it looks like he is going to be close. I think he's got it.
Yep, 2-yard sink
Going to
there.
give it to him, yep. First and 10 for Walpole at the 49-yard line of Weymouth. Score still 14-0 here. Connor Schlittler and Chris Riley the touchdowns for Walpole, and Harry Butters a couple of extra points. Walpole driving once again. Jarvis back to pass. It's being, caught. No, incomplete.
No, they gave him the catch, unfortunately.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
That was to Murphy, it looked like. And a loss of about 4 on the play. Second down, 14 to go for Walpole at their own 47. Rebels break the huddle, come up to the line. Jarvis back to pass, looking.
Nice.
Complete to Von Clark. He has got the first down to the 36. Pickup of 13 on the play. A new set of downs for the Rebels at the 36 of Weymouth.
Yeah, Von Clark's been open every time. I mean, he's hard to cover, as we know.
Right.
But he's there. Haven't seen Lusant yet. We'll see if Lusant gets a little taste.
Yeah. Ray's also a senior, I think. Yeah. In motion is Schlittler. Comes back as a blocker.
Looks like a 2-yard gain from Murphy.
Second down and 8 for Walpole.
Did McLaughlin break his hand or something? He's got looks like a big cast on there. Number 76.
He might have, yeah. I hadn't heard anything about it.
Two
Jarvis
tight
into
ends now.
center, yeah.
Here's
Fake to
Lusant, just so we
he's
say
going
it.
long, deep to Ray. Oh, broken up in the end zone.
I tell you, the ref had his hand on a flag.
Wait a minute.
Picked.
Intercepted in the end zone. Ugh. It did. I thought he had his hand on going for the flag too, but he instead they overrule it. It's an interception. And Weymouth will take over on their own 20. .122 the time they want to put back on the clock, left in the third quarter.
Ah, good hearing there. Were you reading lips?
Yeah, reading lips from this distance. All right, Weymouth comes up to the line. Hand off to Mullen. Ooh, hit right away. Might have got a yard.
Yeah, Cervello.
Second down and 9 for Weymouth. No, they're going to give him, yeah, just the yard. Hand off to Mullen. He's going up the left, cuts back over the middle, gets up to about the 27, maybe the 28. I think they're going to go on the 28, be third down and about 2.
I said this a lot during the year, but those outside guys need to turn those plays up, and Luke Sheehan did exactly that. He was able to make Mullen turn up, and of course there's a lot more guys up in the middle waiting to make the tackle, so good job to Luke Sheehan on that one. This is probably the last play of the quarter, unless it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
No.
Hand off up the middle.
I don't think he got it.
Nowhere. No, I don't think he did either. The horn sounds ending the period. And after 3 complete, the score remains Walpole 14, Weymouth nothing. All the scoring was done in a 51-second span in the first quarter. Walpole has had several long drives, keeping it on the ground a lot. 2, 4, 8, 11, 14, 17, 18, 20, 23 ground running plays, and 13 passing plays. So
yeah, that quarter was a couple long drives. Weymouth had one to start the quarter, starting all the way back at their 8-yard line. But Jarvis with the big pass break up in the end zone looked like a short touchdown. And then Walpole answered with a long drive, but that ended with an interception on the attempt to Lusant. So yeah, the clock's moving fast. We're going to be able to get to the dinner table quicker.
Right.
Today,
yeah. Sounds like a good thing to
always
me.
A key. First get the win.
Looking for that turkey.
First
yeah.
get the win, then get to the dinner
and then
table.
get the turkey.
Yeah.
Again, I'd like to thank our student cinematographers for giving up their morning today and covering this game. Suzanne Hiltz, Brian Carroll, and Mary O'Farrell. And of course, I couldn't be doing this without my good friend Mike Hardiman. 6 years together now doing this, Mike.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun.
I didn't realize it was 6 years. Wow.
That was
They give him the first down
for
on the
first
sneak.
down, yeah, to the 30-yard line.
the Walpole coaches are like way out in the field. I think they were asking for a measurement there.
All right, Picard in shotgun gets it. Fakes once, fires long, incomplete over the head of his intended receiver, Seth Mullen.
Yeah, strong arm, but again, it's, I'm no quarterback expert, but his feet are moving as he throws it, and he was off target there. So if he sets his feet, I think, he's more accurate, but
Right.
it was off target there.
Again, we'd like to congratulate and thank all of our senior football players and cheerleaders for their dedication the last 4 years to Walpole High Rebels and Rebel Pride. Picard going long again. He's got somebody, but again, he overthrew him out of bounds. He was looking for Ryan Kennedy and was over his head, too.
Yep. So I was praising the offense, how improved they were, which they showed in that first quarter. But the defense has been the story today.
Right. Yeah.
Not a lot of room in the running game and tough in their pass coverage. So kudos to the defense for stepping up their game.
3rd and 10 for Weymouth. Picard back to pass, 5, throws it up.
Turn your head.
And it's deflected away nicely by Derek Petrucci. He got way up there and knocked it away. The Weymouth player saying he was held, but they're not going to go with that.
Yeah, they're still, they started the game with 3 DBs, and then they've gone to 4. Petrucci, as a safety, was able to see that pass coming and really did a nice job getting up there to tip that pass.
Mullen to punt for the Wildcats. One man back for Walpole.
High
High
I thought it was
snap.
over his head.
And Mullen's going to have to run with it.
And he's not going to make it.
He's not going to make it. He's going to be
No.
knocked out of bounds at about the 30 yard line.
I don't know if it was a play or
I
whether
don't
the
think so.
snap
It was a
high.
bad snap. I think it was
Yeah,
a bad
I think
snap.
that he just
yeah.
thought he wasn't going to have enough time. But hey, Brendan Colleen, senior, number 58, coming up and making the stop, turning the ball over, giving Walpole great field position.
At the 31 yard line. Yeah, Walpole, big break here. Yeah, I think it looked like a bad snap because he went way up in the air to catch that. We had said earlier that Mullen is one of their running backs, but I think that was just a bad snap. Jarvis handing off to Schlittler. Schlittler going around the left side. He's able to get out of a tackle and goes down to about the 29, I think. Pickup of about 2 for Connor.
Connor Schlittler will be back next year. And, boy, he's been a guy who's played a lot of spots. He's played running back, tight end. He's played kind of like a wing back spot. He's played a little on defense.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I know he was a quarterback. I don't think he has been this year.
That's one thing they'll be looking for next year is
Yeah.
QB. Who is the JV quarterback, do you know?
I know one of them is Famaghetti, the sophomore. I think
Oh,
there's
okay.
another one, too.
Yeah.
I have to look up my
Will
notes here.
looking, going deep, throwing over the head of Von Clark. Down on the far side.
Weymouth.
Double
Putting
coverage.
double covering Von Clark.
Drew has 4 receptions today, as does Glebus. Glebus has got 5, and Murphy's got 1. It'll bring up a 3rd and 8 for Walpole. Jarvis back to pass, looking, firing, incomplete. It was looking for Lusant. Knocked down. It'll bring up a 4th down. And about 8. 10:04 left in this final quarter of the regular season.
Weymouth's coverage has been a lot better since the first quarter. Not a lot of guys that wide open. Von Clark's had a few open ones. Glebus has been consistently open, but
Right.
the last couple drives they've improved. Been tighter coverage. Not a lot there.
Yeah. 4th and 8 from the 29 for the Rebels. They come up to the line of scrimmage. Jarvis back to pass. Looking, he's
Von
going
Clark's got a
long.
step.
Von Clark.
Oh,
What a catch! What a catch! Unbelievable! Drew Von Clark. 29-yard touchdown pass.
I mean, the throw was spectacular too, but Von Clark able to finish on the diving catch.
I didn't think he was going to be able to catch up with it. That ball was really thrown hard and far.
And right after we say Weymouth's coverage has been tight, Von Clark breaks free. Jarvis puts it on the money as usual.
Yeah.
And Von Clark calls it in as usual.
Butters lining up the extra point. It is up. Nothing.
And he hits the
but
extra point as
good.
usual.
Yep. So Walpole goes up 21-0 now on that play. That I didn't think Drew was going to be. He had left his feet, was stretched out to the max, and was able to pull it in and hold on to it when he hit the ground.
Yeah, great play.
Great play. So Walpole up by 3 touchdowns now with under 10 minutes to play in this season. Rebels looking to revenge last year's loss to Weymouth, which was really an upset. Walpole went in 7-3, I think. 6-3 maybe, but they had and Weymouth was having a terrible season, but in the frozen tundra of Wildcat Field down there, the Wildcats were able to pull out a big victory, like 35-7 or something. It was pretty nasty. So Walpole's looking for some revenge on that. Like I said earlier, Walpole's won 18 of the 23 previous Turkey Day meetings between these two teams.
Couple seniors on the kickoff here. Sean McInerney, number 45. Tom Murphy. Brendan Colleen, of course, number 58. Oh,
And
nice
it
kick.
Goes
Oh, he's
over
gonna-
his head
all right.
and a touchback back to the into the end zone. It got over the head of Sabian Lacrete, and he just let it go there, and it rolled dead in the end zone. So Weymouth will take over on their own 20.
Yeah, or 25, I think.
25, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no, it is the 20. Sorry. 20-yard
Is
line.
it 20? Yeah, okay. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Around the end goes to Harris. Harris gets up to the 27,
Yeah, he's quick.
28, yeah.
Luke Sheehan with the tackle, able to hang on there. Boy, he's been a steady, consistent guy this year, playing both ways.
All year.
Made a lot of big.
All year,
I
yeah.
mean, he hasn't come out of that tackle spot on offense. He's moved around. I think he started on the line defensively, and he moved to linebacker. But he's had a really good year.
Hand off. Going, bullet his way up to the 39-yard line.
Kind of interesting to see him come out with 2 runs. I mean,
Right.
down 3 touchdowns, but they got a first down. So
Michael Munoz on the carry to the 30, to the 40, actually. That'll be a 1st and 10. 9:09 and counting in this 4th quarter.
I think I see senior Calvin Blake at left end. Here he comes.
Throwing, looking for Harris again, and it was incomplete. Second and 10 for Weymouth from the 40-yard line. To Harris again. Harris gets up to about the 49, close to a first down.
2 safeties, Jarvis and Petrucci with the finish there. Yeah, he's quick. He's
And then
Looks like he
it's
could
going to be
be,
about a yard
dangerous.
shot. Yeah, a little over a yard shot. 3rd and about a yard and a half for a first down for Weymouth. Oh, direct snap
Yep.
gets the first down.
That's like the old Patriot 2-point play with Kevin
Right.
Falk.
Yeah.
Quarterback jumps in the air like the snap's going over his head, but it actually went to the up back. They were able to get the first down. Clock keeps moving. Well, it'll start here in a second, but roughly 8 minutes left, approximately 8 minutes left.
On the Walpole 49.
Manny Rosado checking in at defensive tackle, getting some defensive time.
Picard going down long. He's got Harris, and it's over his head. 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats.
Malone and Jarvis in coverage. Brennan Colleen, senior, checking in, getting some defensive snaps. He's been on special teams, made that play on the, I don't want to call it a fake punt, but able to knock that runner out of bounds.
Picard. Oh, incomplete. He was looking for Cassidy.
Yeah, Luke Sheehan recognized that play. I thought for an instant he might have had enough time to get up for the pick, but he was just a half a step, he was just a half a step away from being able to do it.
He had nothing but green in front of him if
Yeah,
he did.
I know.
All right, 3rd down and 10. Picard back, looking, throwing, knocked away. I think 26. Who's 26?
Brian Malone.
Brian Malone. I think he got his hand on that and just was able to, if not, he blocked the receiver enough so that he wasn't able to pull it in.
Yeah.
4th down and 10.
There was 3 guys over there that time. Petrucci, Malone, Luke Sheehan was back there.
And Weymouth will go for it. They've got nothing to lose here. 7:40 left in regulation. Picard back, being chased. Firing.
Picked
Intercepted by Jarvis. At the 35, he gets 25, gets it to the 30, and Walpole will take over there.
Yeah.
On their own 30-yard line. Will, like you said, on defense, man, he's been amazing.
I mean, always great on offense, but today on defense, I think he's been the guy. I mean, 2 interceptions, some great open field tackles, the deflection in the end zone to save the touchdown. Really stepping up for the Walpole Rebels on defense.
And Walpole will take over on their own 30-yard line with 7.5 minutes left to go in this game. Up 21-0. Hand off to
Murphy.
John Murphy. Gets up, pickup of about a yard. 2nd and 9 for Walpole.
The O-line is all seniors, so that'll be a big spot that Walpole's going to have to figure out next year.
Right, yeah.
I mean, Murphy's a junior, but everybody else out there is a senior right now.
Looking for Von Clark. Drew slipped as he tried to make his cutback, and it fell. It was shot anyway. 3rd down and 9. Jarvis keeping it. Running. He's got the 1st down. He's up over the 40-yard line to the 41. 1st down for Walpole.
Yeah, another design quarterback run.
Right.
Boy, Jarvis, both ways today, really done a beautiful job.
This has been his best rushing game of the year so far. I've got him 11, 22, 35, 44 yards on 5 carries. Jarvis under center. There's a handoff.
Petrucci.
Petrucci. He's got running room. He's got another first down to the Weymouth 45. And a late flag coming in here from way downtown. Unsportsmanlike on
Yeah, it's on Weymouth.
I think, yeah. The carry was to the Weymouth 45.
Want to recognize Ben Cunningham, number 61, checking in at left guard, senior for Walpole. Petrucci.
And Walpole, after the penalty, will get the ball 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. .536 and counting in this season. And that'll be encroachment, I think. We'll see which way they go. I saw a Weymouth kid move. I didn't see anyone from Walpole move. Yep, it is against Walpole.
There's a lot of finger pointing.
Goes back to the 34. 1st and 15.
Sean McInerney, senior, number 2, checking in for Lusat. Sean also will be playing baseball this year. Was on the varsity last year.
Hand off to Petrucci. Cutting upfield. Still on his feet. Gets down to about the 24-yard line, it looks like. Pickup of about 10. 2nd down and about 6 on the play. 6 to go.
The balance in the running game has been awesome. Petrucci, 6 carries. Murphy, 8 carries. Schlittler, 4 carries. Riley, 5 carries.
Yeah.
Jarvis, 5 carries.
Really.
Multiple options.
Coach Sullivan and his crew did a great job of balancing everything out in this game.
Trying to make sure I get any seniors that come into the game. There's Murphy.
Murphy cutting back. Gets down inside the 20 to about the 19.
And another first down, keeps the clock rolling.
Okay. First down and 10 for Walpole from the Weymouth 19. Schlittler in motion. Blocker. Murphy with the call. He may have lost a yard on that play. They're going to go no gain. 2nd down and 10 for Walpole. Three minutes exactly left in regulation. Your Rebels on top, 21-zip. And off to Schlittler going around the left side. Cuts back in. He's got a few. He's down to the 14,
12?
maybe the
12?
13. 12, you're right. Maybe even the 12, yep. Pickup of 7. Third down, about the long 3, shot 4 from the 12-yard line. High snap. Jarvis is going to run with it. Keeps it, and he is in
There he goes.
for the touchdown.
Caps his football career there with a nice touchdown run.
Yeah, 12-yard run. That was a bad snap, a broken play, and he was able to make pay dirt out of that.
Nice way to finish your football career.
Ten minutes, 12 seconds the time of that. Walpole goes up 27-zip here. Pretty much puts the game out of reach with only 1:48 to go. Harry Butters looking for his
Wow.
pass,
That's interesting.
touchdown, yeah.
Why would you do that?
Von Clark to Glebus.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That might cause a little hard
Yeah,
feelings
I
on
know.
Weymouth's side.
True. And that was a play. That was set because he jumped up as soon as he got the ball. That was a good 29-0 now. Yeah, I think you're right. That was very surprising. 29-0, 1:48 left to go in this game. Your Walpole Rebels on top. And we'd like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. If you're a Walpole fan, the turkey will taste especially good today, along with all of the side dishes. I have my world-famous snowy mashed potatoes that I make that just start putting on the pounds as soon as you look at them. Butters getting ready to kick off here for Walpole.
I see number 42, Ryan Piersack, senior. I don't know if he's normally on the kickoff team, but I wanted to just call out because I want to make sure I get the names in here.
And the kick, it's a ground ball, taking a big bounce, picked up on the 25, and he gets nowhere. That was Pat Coleman with the ball for Weymouth. He gets to about the they're going to mark it on the
Number 51, Cesar Archange?
yeah,
Archange?
right.
I'm sorry if I don't have that name pronounced correctly. 51, Cesar Archange checks in. Piersack stays in on defense. Left corner, Giovanni McLaughlin. That's hilarious. The right offensive guard, number 76. Oh, I don't know. Now is he coming off? Obviously the secret weapon, that left corner there.
Yeah. Up to the 33.
Number 52. Oh, no, I don't see a 52. I'm sorry.
Mullen brings it into their own 49-yard
Number
line.
45, Tom Murphy, finishing his football career on defense, out there on defense.
134 and counting.
Sorry, I don't have a 52 in my program, so.
Mullen gets the call, and he's dragged down on the 34-yard line.
Brennan
of
Colleen
Walpole.
with the stop there.
They're going to mark it on the 35. Clock running. 68 seconds left in this season. Oh, double reverse here. It's coming to number 1. He avoids one tackle. Stays in bounds, goes down, wipes out a cameraman down on the sidelines.
Yeah, and good for 42 Ryan Piersack there with the hit.
He goes to the 16.
Senior. Walpole putting their starters in. They do not want to be scored on.
Right, not this late in the game.
Well, I mean, it's just interesting. Like,
Yeah.
they go for 2. I don't know if there's any bad blood here between the two teams, but
No gain on that play by Cassidy. Clock continues to run. Under 40 seconds to play. Back to the 20, to the 16. That stays there. 2nd and 10.
this could be the last play here, unless Weymouth decides they want to.
Picard over on the side.
Yeah.
No gain.
That was great discipline on by the defense there. They weren't fooled at all.
No.
Even though the play
Timeout
coming.
called here with 11 seconds to go.
See, I knew, like, I figured, like, Weymouth's probably going to want to try to put a
Right.
score on here.
Yeah. It's at the 24. Loss of 8 on that play. Yeah, like we said, 11 seconds to go in this game. Goes in as a W for the Rebels. And they will close the season at 5 wins and 6 losses. Third down, 15 from the 24-yard line for Weymouth. All right. This looks like the last play of the 2019 season. Picard on the run. Fires in the end zone.
Dropped.
Incomplete. It got dropped. But we still have 3 seconds left on the clock. Fourth down. It all comes down to this, the final play of the season. Weymouth trying to avoid the shutout here. Walpole looking to get this last play done and out of the end zone. We'll see who it goes to. Picard back to pass. Going into the end zone again. Incomplete. That'll be it. The final horn sounds. Once again, your final score from Turco Field. Walpole 29, Weymouth nothing. Connor Schlittler got Walpole on the board at the 7:58 mark with a 9-yard run. Harry Butters kicked the extra point. Just 51 seconds later, Chris Riley scored on a 9-yard run after an interception and about a 40-yard return by Will Jarvis set that play up. Butters' extra point made it 14-0. That's the way it was at the half. In the fourth quarter, Drew Von Clark pulled in a 29-yard pass from Will Jarvis 2 minutes and 3 seconds into the quarter, and the final score was Jarvis on a broken play going in from 12 yards out, and then Connor Glebus pulled in a conversion pass from Drew Von Clark to make it the final 29-0. Any final words, Mike?
No, but I'm watching the coaches here. I was kind of curious to see how that handshake would go, and there's definitely some jawing back and forth.
Yeah.
But no, good win for the seniors. Great way to go out. Congratulations to them, and we'll see you next year, I guess.
All right. Well, once again, we'd like to thank you for watching this Walpole Media Corporation broadcast. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And once again, your final score, Walpole 29, Weymouth is nothing.